All right, welcome back. Unfortunately, this is the last time we're going to get together for this show today, right? We've had a lot to talk about. But if you're going to stick around, this is the time, right? Well, top of the hour, 1 Central, 2 Eastern. It's the Cow Guy Close. Got a lot of fun. We're having a lot of fun. We've got a great show. Again, and a lot of momentum. It's a good one. And we've got 3 great guests and 3 great things to talk about today. It doesn't change that way. So I want you to stick around, 1 Central, 2 Eastern. That'll be the Cow Guy Close. And that's going to be in about 14 minutes from right now. So let's take a look and see what we've got going on before we go home in the corn market. That'll give you an idea about where we stand. We're down 4 cents in December corn, $4.92 and a quarter. That $5 line is just unattainable, it seems like. We're off by a penny and a half from the lows. Look at the high. We got half cent away from $5. Couldn't do it. And we had about an 8.5 cent range. We're down 3 3/4 cents. That's the corn market. Soybeans are also lower today. 10.5 cents lower, and that new crop, 13.95 and a quarter is last. We're about 3 1/4 cents off the lows. 13 cent range, 3 1/4 cents off the lows. That gives you the idea about what's going on there. We're down 10.5 cents though for the day. Okay, wheat's another one that's having a hard time rallying, but we've come back off the lows here a little bit. 12 1/4 cents lower in the D wheat. 604 3/4 is last. We're 3 3/4 cents off the lows. At a 17 1/4 cent range. But still, 3.5 cents off the low of a 17 1/4 cent range isn't really worth bragging about. So we'll move along. That's Chicago wheat. Let's see about the Kansas City wheat here. That's the hard red. 15.5 cents lower there to 734 1/4. That's 4 1/4 cents. Actually, no, 4 cents off the lows. And we've had a better range over there, about 19 cents, 19.5 cents. So that's going to be 4 cents off the lows of a 19 cent range. That'll give you an idea about what's been happening in the hard red market, right? That's Kansas City. Let's move along to Minneapolis and see what's going on in the spring wheat. 2.5 cents lower there in that D's contract. 7.89 even is last. 4 cents off the lows. We've had a 14 cent range. But look, if you go all the way out to July, 0.75% higher out there. 8.22 is last. Not bad. A little bit of an up arrow. We like to see that. Let's take a quick peek at cotton, and we'll get to our guest analyst. Cotton's going to be 20 points higher in that D's contract. 87.07's last, 42 points from the high. Let's get bring our next guest in, and that's going to be Ted Seifried, Zaner Ag Hedge. Got about 90 seconds, Ted. What are your thoughts here? Your bet and cleanup, have at it.
Okay, Scott. So what I'm going to say is that crop conditions didn't come down as much as expected, and that's allowing us to have a turnaround Tuesday. So, yes, we're giving back some of yesterday's gains. Now, there's 2 schools of thought on those crop conditions, and it's a battle royale raging on the social medias and also between analysts. One school of thought is that we are so late in the growing season that crop conditions maybe don't have a whole lot of downside potential because crops are made in July and August, not into early September. The other school of thought is that decline in crop conditions is not fully reflective of what happened last week with all the heat and now also the heat coming this coming weekend and dryness into the coming weekend. Those crop conditions are going to fall much more dramatically to really reflect the actual situation to what's out there. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure. I lean a little bit more towards the first category there where we're getting into September, and yeah, you can still damage crops, but the major damage would have been done early August, right? So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how we finish out this week. If we are going to sustain a third attempt at a weather rally this year, Scott, we're going to have to close really strongly into this weekend because whenever we have a 3-day holiday weekend, there's always that possibility of a forecast change. If we were to get cooler and wetter or have a cooler, wetter forecast by the time we get back after Labor Day, well, that's really going to change a lot of things and a lot of people's opinions and ideas on where final yields are going to end up. So it's a big week following up on that Pro Farmer Crop Tour and the estimates, their yield estimates that we saw on Friday. And again, we're still all trying to determine what this late season hot and dry might mean.
And it's not like we haven't rallied a decent bunch in beans anyway going into this too, right? We've already tacked on some risk premium there. All right, great stuff as always. Stay right there. We're going to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk more. But Ted Seifried, Zaner Ag Hedge. We're going to talk about livestock when we come back. All right, welcome back. Let's jump right in. Let's take a look at what we've got going on in live cattle. Let's bring up that board and see what it's got. That's going to be a little something for everybody, really. But we'll go to October. That's down 17 cents to 181.37. Not a lot happening over there, folks. We're down 15 cents on the day there. We've got a D board right behind it that's up a nickel. That's 2 ticks, 185.70. So a mixed board in live cattle, but all around that unchanged level. Let's move over to see what the feeders have got for us. See anything better? It's also mixed as well. We've got an October board that's now down 27 cents. We've been either side of unchanged all day. 256.75 is last in October. That's 256.77 now. We just ticked up a tick. And that'll give you an idea about what's been happening over there. But it's been very, very quiet all day today as we just try to consolidate and hang on to yesterday's gains. Lean hogs, well, they're off $1.15, 115, $1.15. And that's 80 spot 70 is last. We have 60 seconds. I'm going to get back to Ted Seifried. Have at it, brother. What do you think about these products?
Yeah, kind of a quiet day in livestock. Like you said, yesterday was a bigger day. Cattle are closer to the highs than they are the lows. It's kind of like whack-a-mole. You just keep the cattle down. It doesn't seem, and a lot of analysts had been looking for that seasonal decline. Just really haven't seen that, especially not in the front months. Hogs, after the big reversal lower day on Friday and the strength that we saw yesterday, it would have been nice to have more follow through to the upside. We tried that early, not able to follow through. Hogs kind of feel like they're in this sort of sideways range here for the time frame, at least in the front months or midterm between now and the end of the calendar year. Beyond that, deferred months look like they're in a bit of a downtrend. So should be interesting to see how we finish out the next couple of days in hogs. They keep trying to get back to the highs that we had early August, but failed.
Okay, great stuff. Super content. Really appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time. You did a great job batting clean up. That's Ted Seifried, Zaner Ag Hedge. He's in Chicago. We're back here in Nashville. I'll hand it back over one more time to Suzanne.